Hey everyone, it's Melissa from the blog hymnsandhome.com, and today we're going to make some really easy but adorable moss topiaries for your springtime decor. I've always loved vintage cottage garden style, meaning that kind of neutral color palette with all the greenery and the kind of vintage chippy terracotta pots. I think these topiaries really incorporate some of that for springtime. This is a really quick and easy project, but it adds a really cute touch. Let's get started. For this project, I decided to do some aging to some terracotta pots. I started out by taking some white chalk paint and watering it down into more of a whitewash. I painted it on the terracotta pots, working in small sections because it soaks in quite quickly. And then I took a lightly damp towel and just buffed it, kind of wiped it off to get the look that I wanted. You kind of just have to play around with it until it looks like you want. If you get too much paint on there, don't worry. Just take a wet towel and wipe some of the excess off. It dries to the touch pretty quickly. Once it was all finished, I decided to use some of this antiquing furniture wax on it. I actually have a wax brush that I use, and I just lightly stippled the wax onto the terracotta pot and then just lightly buffed it with a towel so that it wasn't quite so bold. I just played around with it until I got the look that I wanted. For this project, you're also going to need two different kinds of floral foam. You're going to need a floral disc to put in the bottom of your pot to hold your stick in place. You're also going to need a foam ball, which is what is going to form your topiary at the top. You can pick whatever size you want, and you can generally find them at most craft stores. You'll also want to make sure you have quite a bit of hot glue for this project. This is really so simple. You just hot glue the moss all over the floral foam ball. Just watch those fingers. My 6-year-old son actually helped me do the second one. It was a good learning process for how to safely use a hot glue gun. I prefer to use a low temp hot glue gun just to reduce the effects of getting it on my fingers and also so I don't melt the foam. You're just going to cover the entire ball in moss. And then you're going to need to find some sticks. So I just went out and looked in my backyard. We actually had a windstorm last night and it blew a bunch of sticks off of the trees. Find some sticks you want to use. And then you just shove it up into the ball for the stem. You might want to put a little bit of hot glue in there to secure it, or it might start wobbling around. After you place your foam disc in the bottom of your pot, once your pot is dry, of course, you're going to stick the stick down into the foam to secure it. And again, you might want to put a little hot glue in there. And then you can choose your filler. I used a different kind of moss. I believe this is Spanish moss, just to loosely fill in around the base. You can certainly leave it plain like this, but I thought it would be fun for springtime to put this pretty ribbon on here in a bow. It's kind of a muted blue and white stripe, which I feel really lends itself to the vintage garden cottage style, and I'm really loving it. I hope you enjoyed this simple project. If you did, please be sure to subscribe for more cottage living, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.